We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this carries into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Shaquille Griffin.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Allen. And that's complete to Cross. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
From midfield, here's Allen. Got him in, it's Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's another.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first, here's Washington. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On the 2nd down, Peterson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 31-yard line.
Mike 319. Mike 54. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike 54.
And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Now Wilson on 1st down. They'll run the screen with Carson. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackle miss, whether he's in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
3rd down and 4.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. The 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It's a gain of a yard.
On 2nd down, it's Peterson. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Bills 10, Seahawks nothing.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Here's Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bills' 46-yard line.
2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He was brought down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And Oliver. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
And it's 3rd down.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A 41-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2? Win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
They'll take over.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
The first play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
To Greg Olsen.
Greg Olsen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Shaquille Griffin on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Dunbar on the tackle.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Draw play, Washington. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, here we go.
The give to Peterson out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
A gain of 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down. It's Washington, and he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action now. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This is DJ Reed returning. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Good gain by Chris Carson, picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
The ball on the 8, still could get a first down technically, 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. Carson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And his kick is right through.
The score, Seahawks 17, Bills 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Seattle.
Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic, but downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Makes the score.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, Go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
56, 56.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Bills send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Returnable for Lockett. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 40-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Carson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Seahawks ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Chris Carson.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Carson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler in 2019, in on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in the cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
A 26-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up
throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Allen, normally being a big-bodied receiver, plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? Right. It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
1st and 10.
So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. So after the INT, it's Allen. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 82 yards, and the Bills cut into that lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me?
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches a football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play.
Bills 21. Stephen Hauschka, the kickoff for Buffalo.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Metcalf once again the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
5-yard line.
To throw again. Wilson flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Levi Wallace with a pick. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
31-yard line.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They'll try and run it in with Hyde. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Bills 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
37-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Allen. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here we go, team. Hey, tight. Lunch 50%.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Blitz coming, and And down he goes. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. At their own, Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 26. He gives it off to Carson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively. At the 23-yard line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run again with Carson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the 20.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Allen off the play fake. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? On play action, Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 46. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
38-yard line.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Brings up 2nd and...
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he gets it down to the 32.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.